Okay. Hello, hello. Looks like it's working. Sort of. Even though there's this in the way. That's weird. Okay. Have this off to the side. Okay. Well, I'm live, so might as well get this going. I hope people show up. Alright. Hello, my name is Broford. I am currently doing a playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. I'm sort of jumping onto the streaming scene, like, mostly through the playthrough. I've finished Realm Reborn, Heaven's Word, and Stormblood. I am now most of the way, if not half the way through the patch quests leading up to Shadowbringers. And yes, I am a healer, and I did it all as a healer. It was painful. We shall proceed! You seek the captain. He passed by a little while ago. I wondered if I should tell someone as it happens. He did not look well. You see, I asked if aught was the matter, and he told me the past had caught up with him, but I doubt it was that. There are older men in our ranks. Alright, that's one person. Where's this other person? No. Maybe they're out here. There's one. Captain Jifuya. He was headed for the northern entrance when I saw him last. I was going to invite him to train with us, but he did not hear me call out. Okay. If you need him, I dare say the sentry on duty will be able to tell you more. Indeed, I suggest as much to Mistress Elisa when she came asking earlier. Is something amiss? Alright. I don't read her name often. Speak with librarian. Sorry, the sentry. Libertarian front sentry. The captain went outside a few bells ago. I'm looking quite unwell. I am sorry to say this I mentioned to Lord Gosetsu, who straightway struck out after him. I hope they will be alright. Okay. Gosetsu 2. Seems everyone is bent on joining the search. That's all well and good, but someone has to stay behind. There's no telling what the Empire is plotting. You go on, Broford. Alphanid and I shall hold the fort. Alright. Where is you? I prefer to fly in first person. It just helps my ability to just move. Ah. There you are.
By the Kami, your Lord Ian, leave me, I beg of you. Say nothing of this. I was never here.
There you are.
Lady Yugiri, Lord Gosetsu, forgive me my abrupt disappearance.
You have your reasons, I am sure. Will you not share them?
I was her master when she was yet a courtesan.
By the Kami.
She worked in my establishment. Her father was a regular client of mine. One day, quite without preamble, he offered to sell her to me. Yeah, she may be no maiden, he said, but she has some use left in her. He sold her short. When I first beheld her, I was struck by her beauty. And yet, behind her eyes there was an emptiness. It was as if she had given up on life. She seemed more a doll than a woman. It was no profession for her, but I knew she would be popular, and so it proved. Men flocked to drown themselves in that cold, bottomless gaze. The rest you know. She became an Imperial informant, and for her loyal service won the office of Acting Viceroy.
While you came to serve the Liberation Front.
'Tis said that the atrocities Yotsuyu committed were driven by vengeance. If so, I bear part of the blame for creating the monster she became. Joining the front was meant to be my atonement. But the truth is, I am a coward, whose only thought was to escape her wrath. Then as now.
I see. Then I shall recommend that you be assigned to a new post. I trust you have no objections, Yugiri?
None. It would not do to leave Yotsuyu in his care.
I am in your debt.
Who is it that you seek to protect, Gosetsu? Idle musings. Pray, pay me no mind.
Alright. Oh, I guess I have to pay you mind. Forgive me. Now is not the time for brooding. Come, let us rejoin the others. Now is the perfect time for brooding. Everyone else is doing it. With your help with the search, Gosetsu has told me all that had transpired. I would not presume to defend the life of Jifuya led before he joined the front, nor will I condemn it. Frankly, it is not my place to judge. I will only say this. Jifuya, I know, has ever been a man of courage, that he should feel driven to flee, respects the depth of his terror. Even now, Yotsuya casts his shadow over the realm. Not really. A question of what is to be done with her must wait. The Empire is on the move once more. See? She's not really a threat. I think immediately we get shifted to doing something else. While we were searching for Jifuya, we received word from our shinobi allies an Imperial ship has arrived in Doma. Our visitor's objective remains clear. It may be another attempt to recover Itsuya or a prelude to invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advanced at speed and appears bound for Castrum Fluminus. I mean to go there and ascertain the intent. We rid our forces. We only end one way, so to keep our numbers to a minimum, you could do Broford. Yes, my lord. I nod. Jose and I can feign play at our par as well. We will not stand idly while like common foe threatens the lands of our friends. Glad to help you and your acquaintance. Can I turn off the Disable auto text? Yes. When people see an Imperial airship, they're liable to panic. I would have you reassure them, and should it come to it, aid in their evacuation. Very well. We shall depart at once. Do take care. What of me, my lord? The Empire may well be after Yutsuya. You are to remain here and guard her until my return. As you wish. Pray stay close to Broford and Yuguri. Well done. Guard duty, and not a breath of protest. Now I have seen it all. Castrum Flaminius, then. Let us find out what the Empire's game is. Alright. Where is this thing? To the south. How high can I go? I mean to go over this wall. Can I? Nope, I cannot. Means I should probably just teleport over here. I really not unlocked a lot of this area. Usually when I get the ley lines, I can just like, I usually just like get all the locations. Get them all. Give me that experience that I do not need. Area secure. Whatever a visitor's purpose, they plainly believe they can achieve it. The craft should come into view at any moment. Let us wait for them in the cast room. I guess I'm raiding the place. Alright, we already did that. There it be.
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Who can say? Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Dormans want for propriety.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly. I would welcome this student of Dorman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
Who gonna be? You're not.
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Dorma himself.
You're Doman.
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sus Brutus, ambassador plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan, and Yotsu's stepbrother.
It seems I need not introduce myself, not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide, my lady. It is true, the former acting viceroy is my sister, yet bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife, but to end it.
Right.
I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, his Radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice. To negotiate peace with Dorma.
Don't buy it.
Well then, we have much to discuss. Will you accompany me to my hall?
Gladly, my lord.
Well, this is a turn of events that I was not expecting. Wonder why she never mentioned him. Why they don't get along. I hope we're not taking him back to the hidden base. Ah, yes. Smart. We're not taking them back to the hidden base. I knew you were a leader. Yeah. Unlocking maps. No, passing the dogs. Just want to get that. There we go. And they're down below, probably. There we go. Lord Keen and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you're ready, speak with the boatman and join us on the other side. Oh, we're going somewhere else. All are free to travel in and out of the Enclave. Do you seek passage? Yes. Where are we? Where am I? I don't remember this place. Ooh, I clearly have not been here. Oh yeah, no, I straight up haven't been here. This is a new location. Never knew that there was going to be new locations. Here you are, Broford. So first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in the time. We have we even had an ether right now, courtesy of the Oni Chishu. Be sure and attune to it, would you? Once it has the word light seal approval, people might actually start using the thing. Okay. But on the other hand, the ambassador and his retinue are at the hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiations. I want you there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that the Eorzea and Doma stand united. I'm not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alphanode and LSA will be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. I'm a healer. I knew I could count on you. Working inspecting, may I show you in? Yes. This will be interesting. Not even pillows?
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Dorma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Doma's sovereignty.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Doma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend. Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons.
Okay.
Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgin's practice of it, his radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Dorma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Korgin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize.
Can, but aid, I guess.
In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed, many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
Yep. All their fault.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history. My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates.
Oh, I thought they were going to be called the Optimists. Because they clearly are not.
Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe. And I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange.
Ah, the real reasons here.
Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial Army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting Viceroy.
Yotsu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
prior statement about her contradicts that.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests. Ugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
Yay. Politics. That wasn't expected. And then again, I still don't know quite what to make of it all, but on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had not gained by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. The ambassador's mention of Yatsu Lechmi Ildes, it made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. You think this might all be a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps. I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yatsu may have been acting viceroy, but she's not Garlean, nor even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. What could she possibly know? What could possibly make her... The moment that Doma became free, she became effectively useless. I don't know why they would want her, honestly. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In present conditions, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Alphino, you are well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hien. While the Ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed, though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless, with so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in Imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure the repatriation. That word. Only the kami know when I will be afforded another. But ere we continue, shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. I'll just show myself out as it happens. Come on, Broford, let's leave Alphino to dispense his copious knowledge. Someone is still sore from being made to watch at Sakazuki. Going to keep Alice company. You're safe enough for now. Alright. Interesting turn of events. Alright. Chance to relax at last. Know when I am out of my depth, Broford. Though no weapons are drawn, and negotiation is no less a battle, and the stakes can be every bit as high. Once misplaced words and people could die, it takes someone with a cool head, and it will be the first to admit that's not me. So, we're left with the eternal question. What to do while they prattle on? Money. pondering how to make use of your reprieve from the tandem of negotiations. Well, this image doesn't speak well. Alright, for want of a better session, what say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words. It's not as if we'd be missed here. Or will we? A moment, if you would. Yugadi and Ashai, was it? You have some business with Broford? Business? No. Pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with famed slayer of gods and champion of Erosia. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration, one could almost forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the man who would do battle with our common enemy. Unless you forget this is my homeland, it would be remiss of me not to at least thank him for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue, as we speak, Lord Kian deliberates over my proposal, and I would take this time to see the land I once called home. Though, Lady Yuri is certain to be jovial escort, the excursion would be all more enjoyable for your company, and safer besides. Why did they all jump forward? The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? We're shocked that he's asking to join. Sure. I guess I'll join you as well. There is naught else to do until Lord Yin has reached his decision. I can think of no finer way to learn more about the current state of Doma. Okay. Settled then, for which I'll make a brief excursion through Nantia. Now we start the town. Monzin, I would see what became of Doma Castle. Very well, if you will follow me. Alright. Pressing forward. Alright. To Doma Castle, or what's left of it. Dang, can this truly be Monzin, home to the cream of Doma's samurai? I had heard that Yosuya intended to send some few of our automata here, but only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up and protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. Sooner we can begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction efforts should not prove difficult once our nations are formally at peace, of course. It'd be cool if this location got, like, repaired in a future patch, but I doubt it. Also, why did this guy never come up during her story? At all. Yes, of course, if you would have a better view of the remains of the castle, we must proceed through the ruins. Okay. Above I go. I will not be fighting. It is a travesty. A travesty. I remember to keep being so beautiful. I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was a flame. It is indeed a beautiful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day when we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis. The needs of the people must of course come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to me seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Namia is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes. If you will follow me, I will ready our boat. Bring dragons. Oh, down below. Ready to cast off? Oh, something's about to happen. Yay! Unfortunately, it's level 70. I'm going to hate this.
Get back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble.
What be happening? Oh hey, it's this dude again. Why are Red Koji here?
Are you all right?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
Alright, my dude. You gotta be the DPS here. Yep.
Away with you!
It is nothing. Leave this to me.
Even more? Jesus Christ.
No quarter!
An opening.
I have you!
Oh. Oh. People are dying.
The art of my forebears.
Why are you attacking them? Oh, to be a healer.
Taste my steel!
Let's go this one. Alright, just gonna deal with this guy. There we go. Did it. Yeah, after that ends the drum.
That seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
Who are you?
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsuyu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without. But if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
Then there's the other route, which is just wipe out the Empire. I could take a stance here. This won't matter in the long run. I hate non-options. No, it won't change.
Never? I wonder, would you have said the same of Ishgard? Believe what you will, but I assure you, the Empire can change.
me, I hope to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceful circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Erosia in action. Are you as disappointed as I am? And few Imperial soldiers can say that, at least you who lived to tell the tale. Ashai has had his fill of adventure for one day. Well, after this little drill, I believe my time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lords, but what of them I? You seem so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Nami would take kindly to the sight of a man in a uniform with blood still dripping from his blades. Even in your company, my presence would only prove me the distraction. He's not wrong. Fret not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would. And with any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. I hope the answer is no, just to prove the plot wrong. In normal cases, Ian's gonna say yes, most definitely. But it'd be hilarious if he said no. You know what, before I leave, I'm gonna go get that area. Oh, okay. Do 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 do. I wish there was multiple flight musics. I might be wrong about this, but I feel like this is the only song I hear when I fly. Alright. Fully mapped Yantia. Alright. Where is this? Oh, I'm not far from that. Alright. I'm gonna cut across and get the teleporter. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, I can run. I forget. All right. 6 seconds of speed. Can I make it? Nope. Oh shit. This is here. Thank you for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Koji May will have overwhelmed us. Pray go on ahead. Lord Hien is expecting you. I'll remain without and keep watch over our guest. Oh, yeah, that isn't Lise. That's just a person wearing Lisa's outfit. I was like, why is she here? Is she here to talk shit about how they're extending a hand to Doma, but not to fucking what's its face? Alright. wolf person. Welcome back, my friend. Yuri tells me you accompanied her in Astray on a tour of Vientia. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your excursions at Sakazuki. I gather your time was well spent until the ambassador forwarded Yuri a chance to make a full report. However, I must rely on you to supply the details, so please tell us how it all unfolded. The Red Kojin here. Have there been any other such incidents since the liberation? Not that I'm aware of. If they are planning some new venture here in Vientia, we will need to increase patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off, but tell me, and don't be modest, was the Shaichu the first to leap to the youngster's aid? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believed what he was saying. Or, hear me out though, it's possible that the Red Kojin are still part of Garlemald's control, and he planned that. Just saying. From the time I've known you, you have always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? I always pick this option regardless of what anyone else says. We found G2. And for that reason alone, we would be fools to underestimate him. Regardless of his aim, I am resigning to playing his game, for now at least. Well, forswearing summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place, which just leaves the somewhat thornier question how to police the Red Kojin. It was with that very question in mind that I sought Althana's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As you recall, Susanoo was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vaults on the Isle of Zeki. Though said relics remain there to this day, it is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their stores of ether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that is the case, preventing the Primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of ether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they are wont to collect. For this, I plan to enlist the aid of our friends, the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Bunshin and his people, and with their support, I am quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon this Susanoo. And what of the prisoners? There will be an exchange as agreed, and I will give full credit to Ashai for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the Popularis scar in our favor, I mean to see it done. But first, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course, but what manner of business? Past mistake which I seek to put right, one which has weighed heavy on my mind. You gonna go kill Yatsu? And there she is, eating her fill.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are. The living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please. What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I wouldn't, but there's also the issue that this is... she quite literally is necessary for the deal to get your people back. So, if you kill her, you have no deal. Unless you're testing that as, like, to see if what they're after was her from the start or an actual piece.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough. Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for Yotsuyu apart, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
This is a very weird plot. Now we're in. Alright. Martin has reached a decision. He goes to safely Kotetsu's arm. Care, all that remains is to answer Ashai's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see this business through. My memory, have no idea what else I'd be doing right now. And the very notion that I would be doing anything else bothers me, because I hated that aspect of the prior two expansions, is where you were just like going from one thing to another, back to the other thing, and so on and so forth. Oh no, it's the slow walk. Shit's about to get real.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all, if her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango. How dreadful.
See, this right here tells me that he doesn't really care for her.
Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
He's gonna kill her. That or fix her memories. One of the two things is gonna happen here. Forgive me, my lords, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should. Calm yourself, Gosetsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. Sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it'd be so joyless. Part of me hoped your stories of her condition were just that. Alas, it is as you say. Suyu, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all? I know. I'm a stranger to her. That much is clear to me from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you'll excuse me, my superiors are long overdue your reports. They will be elated to hear our agreements. Of that I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yansha. This will take time, of course. Of course, you may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. We will also begin taking steps to better counter the threats of Koshin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there is one other matter. I'm informed that it was you who took the lead to rescuing two young Domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had time to thank you properly. Please, there is no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under their circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blight of the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needed saving. People of Doma have suffered enough, my lords, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it the hand of Kojin or indeed the Empire. I pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may be yet hope for all of us. No, I'm fairly certain this was all a plan. Till we meet again. This is going to backfire on us greatly. I just know it. Yosu, as before, I leave Yosu to you. Time to retire, my dude. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Sashi to a proper farewell. Something took out to go wrong. I can just feel it. Any second now. As airship waits at Castrum Fluminus, let us be off. Oh yeah, they took me straight there.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha.
You're about to distract me, aren't you?
Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
I knew there was something wrong with you. Oh, we're about to get backstory.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy. What in the...
Ah. Lovely.
Reinforcements? No, just one! Cut him down!
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the Enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne?
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos.
Okay.
Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me.
Of course it vexes you. I'm wearing a mask and will always wear a mask.
Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire.
Bitch, I would do it. If I wasn't a healer.
My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance.
Why is no one noticing this clear malice?
I will cherish this moment. Lock it away within my heart. Until the day we meet again.
What a bitch. Well, that was something.
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Of all the memories to witness.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos.
How did we get there? How did we go from Xenos saved his life to Xenos trained him? Well, what connected that logic? There's idolization, and then there's a scene that's missing that states Xenos decided to take him up as an apprentice.
My lord.
Calm yourself, Ugidi. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, it.
Sorry.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
It makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up a pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. That still makes no sense, because at any point you could call off that. Truly a disciple of Xenos. His possible emotion simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the man who slew his lord will have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Coach must be placed under surveillance, and the Garland prisoners may be ready for exchange, but you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of exchange draws near, we will call for you. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma or help usher in a lasting peace. I thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, mayhap be best if we remained in Kugane. Agreed. Between Yutsu's amnesia and Ashe's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. Oh, I will. On that, you have my words. Charting a path through the sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I am not so proud to attempt the defeat alone. To Kugane then. Potter and the others must know of what transpired there. Okay. And I would say that's a sufficient end to this little arc. I think I'm going to call it there. For those of you that showed up, thanks for watching. And for those of you that found this video later, I hope you enjoyed the beginnings of hopefully a very long playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV as I go through finishing the rest of these patch quests and moving into Shadowbringers. Alright. Bye.